In this lesson, I'm going to explain the JavaScript logical operators and what JavaScript regards as true. Both play important roles in conditional statements that determine what action to take, depending on values that are not known in advance. The first logical operator is a pair of ampersands. This is JavaScript's way of saying AND. So, if you have two conditions separated by a pair of ampersands, both conditions must be true for the code inside the curly braces to be executed. The way of saying OR is with two vertical pipes. So either condition 1 or condition 2 must be true for the code to be executed. These examples use just two conditions, but you can have as many conditions as you like. When combining more than two conditions with logical operators, you must remember that the conditions are considered from left to right, and as soon as one is false, the whole condition fails. So if you want to combine AND with OR, you need to wrap the OR part within a pair of parentheses. So in this case, if condition 1 is true, JavaScript then goes on to consider whether either condition 2 or condition 3 is true. If either of them is true, then the whole condition succeeds. If they're both false, it then fails. If you didn't wrap the second 2 in parentheses, what would happen is that JavaScript would look at condition 1. If that's true, it then considers condition 2. And if that's false, it immediately fails. So the parentheses are very important in these particular circumstances because without them, it would never go on to consider condition 3. The logical not operator is an exclamation mark which is placed in front of a condition. The purpose of the logical not operator is to reverse the meaning, so a true value becomes not true, in other words, false. The logical not operator is used very frequently in JavaScript with values that you expect to be true. For example, you might have a variable called checked, and if you put the logical not operator in front of it, it reads as if not checked. So in other words, it tells the script to do something if that checkbox hasn't been checked. Although conditions often use comparisons to decide what to do, JavaScript also has two Boolean variables, the case-insensitive keywords true and false. Because they're keywords, they must not be put in quotes. The word Boolean, by the way, simply means a value that is either true or false. JavaScript also has a concept of what is known as implicitly false values. Very often people call these falsy values. The following things are considered to be false. An undefined variable, that's a variable that doesn't exist. A variable without a value, or one that has been assigned the keyword null. The result of an arithmetic calculation that's not a number, and that also has a JavaScript keyword which is NaN, which is case sensitive, so it's capital N, small a, capital N. The number 0, or a string, a piece of text which consists of the number 0. And an empty string. An empty string is a pair of quotes, either double quotes or single quotes, it doesn't matter, but with nothing in between, not even a space. And finally, a warning. False in quotes is true. That's because everything else apart from the previous list is regarded as being true, and if you put the keyword false in quotes, it then becomes a string, it becomes ordinary text, and ordinary text is regarded as true. So to recap, JavaScript regards the values listed here as false. All other values are regarded as implicitly true, or truthy. Understanding the concept of implicitly false and implicitly true values is central to working with JavaScript.